Hello, Miss Huang. My name is Huong and welcome you to my second presentation about Google Analytics. In this video, I will walk through the part 7 to 13 from Google Analytics user interface to additional Google Analytics notes. So here, in the second section, I will move from setup to actually reading Google Analytics, understanding the interface, navigating key reports, and learning how to interpret real data. By the end, I will be able to look at any Google Analytics report and know who my users are, where they come from, what they did, and whether they converted. So the Google Analytics interface is structured into a few main report groups. This section will go through the entire user journey. So here we will go through the real-time overview, or we will have the user demographic. The real-time will show what is happening right this minute, and the user will show the demographic, who your audience is, acquisition, how they arrived on your site, and engagement, how which pages and content they interact with, and conversions, key action and purchases, and admin is all account and property settings. So let's walk through them using the live demo first. So here we use the real-time overview. So this is the real-time view. This is useful for monitoring campaigns, launches, and site issue. In the also we will click to the report and click the real-time. We'll add it here. The real-time, yeah. And now let's dive right in the real-time. So now we'll start with the active users. Here is the active user. Well, this will answer the question how many users are active right now, and is traffic rising or losing down. For example, here if we see 30 visitors in the last 30 minutes, but only 4 visitors active in the last 5 minutes. It means traffic is cooling slightly, right? And now let's check the map here. Here is the map. This shows where users coming from in real time. You can quickly spot hotspot. Here they could coming from Korean, or they could coming from college, or they could coming from Kolkata, right? And so maybe okay. So now we come to the traffic sources. Well, here. Well, these are the channels driving traffic right now. We have direct, and we just have direct, and yes, for this we just have direct. But however, we also have Google search or social or referral. But for my page, we just have direct, and we have 3 users from direct, and there are three active users, right? So here, now we come to the audience segments. This tells you whether active users are new visitors, engaged users, or purchases users. If you see a high count of engaged users, that is a good sign of strong browsing quality. So here is our user. We have 9 engaged user, and we have total 30 users here. So now we come to the pages being viewed. Pages being viewed. Here we can see what people are doing at this moment. So here they are. So we have here is they mainly from the home to the main UNICEF, back, and Google Cloud and new. So the home page, the product pages or landing page, this site will help us identify what content is attracting attention right now. And for our homepage will be the page that attracts the many attention from our customers. And we also have the real-time event. Here we can see what people are doing at this moment, right? At this moment, scrolling, viewing product, adding to cart, or so the real-time view helps you understand traffic flow and identify unusual patterns and monitor live users' action. So here they are from the page view and they can have the engagement and they can also have the score. So this is all for the real-time overview. Let's move to the audience user report. So now let's go to the user. So let's look at so in this page you will know how your who your audience actually is. Audience reports answer questions like what countries are visiting, what age group, what devices do they use, and what are their interests. So now we go to report, and we go to report, we go to user, and go to user, and we can go to the demographic overview here. So here will show here is a breakdown of where your traffic comes from. If you see a large majority from one country, you know where your primary market is. So for my page are from November 19th, no, November 9th to December 6th, where half United States will be the country that large majority of customers are coming from. And for this, we'll also see the India, Canada, and China. But United States will have the highest customers. So this is all for the country. We can move to the next part, which is cities and age and gender of our customer. Now we click to report. We're, so we can go to the overview to see further that here where they are coming from in United States first, and they so here we can see the city. This help us identify major hotspots. For example, here we see New York, Mountain View, and or we can see like Sunnyvale and Singapore. We can know that which cities that our page is attracting. And here is the gender. This is key for refining advertising targeting. If so here we can see the percentage of female and male. And their interests could be technology, banking, finance, and news. They will like travel and lifestyle too. Here is the age group. Well, so the highest age group will fall in from not 18 to 24 years old, and we'll have the second largest age group will be from 25 to 34 years old. This is also show like if the audience is multi-language, and here we can see English dominates. This is expected, but we can also see growth in Spanish and Chinese here. So Spanish and Chinese can also be our target audience, right? So, and this is the long-term value. This show whether these users return and whether they generate meaningful value. So audience reports help you confirm whether you're reaching the right people, both in demographic and behavior. So now we come to the acquisition reports. Here we have the acquisition. Let's go to the very first part with the overview. So here we can see our active users and new users. We can also see where they come from, and where can know like you see the traffic by channel, right? So for example, here we have direct will be the largest, but we also have the organic search and the paid search and referral. We can spend more money or spend more efforts to improve the direct and or organic search for new users. So we also have the engagement, which is the behavior. Engagement report here will show what users do once they go to your site. This includes which pages they view, how long they stay, which pages people drop off, and which pages drive conversion, right? So now let's dive right in. We can see here the average online active user engagement time is from 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And here we can see we have 32 active user in the last 30 minutes. And we can also see the view. So the view here is quite positive, and maybe this website can make more interested content to engage more customers to the site. With this, now we'll move to the next part, which is about the admin, right? Here is the admin. So the admin here, most of the structural setting live in the admin panel here. This is where you manage users, permissions, integration, filters, and e-commerce settings, and more. So we're here where you can see the account access management, where you can click and add more user. My recommendation is always to give the minimum level of access needed. Editors can change data collection and admin can change property structure. So be careful with this access management. So to wrap up, Google Analytics show you where traffic comes from and how users behave. You now know how to interpret real-time data with the report here or you know how to interpret audience insight, acquisition channels, and engagement report with many criteria here. We see the real time, the acquisition, the engagement, and also the monetization. And so you've seen how to link advertising, manage admin settings, and build funnels in Google Analytics. Once you understand this tool, you can make decisions that improve revenue, reduce waste, and create stronger user experience. So this is also the end of how I will show all of people to use and to analyze the and Google Analytics reports. Thanks Miss Maya for watching my video and hope you have a great day. Thank you.